No other state comes close to Florida in defaulted municipal bonds. The distressed debt securities newsletter of Miami Lakes, Florida, charted the number of bond issues that have gone into default over the past decade. Bloomberg's Joe Mysak joining us to explain what they found. So Florida, Joe, the leader in defaulted bonds so far this year, I think it's 70. So all because of real estate?
Yes, it's the real estate swoon in Florida has shown up in the municipal market, and they have 70 defaults out of 126, which is almost astounding.
It is astounding.
How unusual is it for there to be one state with so many defaults? And I want to point out that Ohio is not in a similar situation.
Actually, I think Ohio is number 2 with only 8 defaults.
See?
Why are we always number 2 to Florida?
But how unusual for one state to have so many?
It is unusual, but in states where there have been real estate bubbles, for example, in the late 1980s, early 1990s, you had Texas, so you had a number of defaults there. The same thing, we're this time called municipal utility districts. You had it in Colorado, also in the 80s, and in California in the 1990s. But this concentration, 70, is a tremendous number.
All right, and they're called dirt bonds, is that right?
Yeah, primarily because they're sold and they're backed by assessments on land. And the idea is that the new owners of homes will come in and the tax assessments will pay off the bonds. If either the homes are not built or they are not sold, then that's when these things run into trouble.
How are we seeing these kinds of bonds trading in the market?
Hardly at all, because they're held by a number of big institutional investors. But when we do see them trade, sometimes it's for 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents on the dollar.
Are there any of these bonds, any kind of opportunities out there as a result of this, or not necessarily?
Well, if an investor's smart, knows the territory, or wants to go down and kind of take a look and say, this one is going to be built out. This will be a success story. Sure, you could pick up, a pretty good profit. But that's the thing. You have to go down there and actually be on the ground. Yeah, and take a look.
Going down to Florida, what a horrible...
No, you go to Ohio, I'll go to Florida. I think that's how it works.
We can both go, Carol.
We'll see about that. Joe, thank you so much. Bloomberg News' Joe Mysak.